beginning. So right now I'm writing a post to signify the start of this nonsense. I'll probably explain everything. I am now asking Gemini, how would you spell woo-wee out the wahoo, like the Tao word for doing nothing, and wahoo like an asshole, or what a little child would say as butthole. Let's see what it says. Looking for is woo-wee, spelled that wrong. Phrase woo. Oh, which is often used to describe a pseudo scientific or overly mystical idea. This is fucking even better. Oh, um, oh no. So it's woo-wee out the woo-woo versus wazoo. Ah, okay. You mentioned the word the child might say for butthole or asshole. There's two likely candidates for blending your Taoism terms. Woo-woo, slang for idea, seen as fluffy, spiritual, or lacking scientific basis. I like that one better, I think. Yeah, woo-wee out the woo-woo. I like it. Woo-wee out the woo-woo. Okay. I've done this a couple times. I know it's annoying as fuck. Oh, fucking, what's up here? Um, this is gonna be my joke book. Um, Mostly because I can't fucking write anything. Um, of a comedy special that I'm going to perform. I've never done a couple open mic nights and bombed every time, and I think I know why I've done it. So now I'm gonna fix the problem. So let me spell this out because I suck at English. We out the woo woo. Just having to check over the title here. This is gonna be real annoying. I'll cut this out, or we're gonna edit this and I'll post the good parts. I just need to like kind of talk through everything and get used to saying my thoughts out loud so I can go back and listen to them, because I do need to work on that. And this is going to be Information Bureau, tinfoil hat lab production. Show mental masturbating. No, I don't know if I can do that. What are you doing? No. Fuck. Just edit. No. Just edit it for spelling. I really can't spell. All right. This will be way more entertaining. What the fuck is this? So this will make more sense. All right. So did you ever wonder, I like to smoke a lot of weed. When you smoke a lot of weed, do you ever just contemplate the meaning of life? Makes you think about religion and like how things started. Um, and like if you ever ask yourself what, and see, this is where I need to work. It flows better in my brain, and that's why I need to talk it out. Like this is supposed to be the punchline here. Did you ever wonder what you would do? We all have asked ourselves, what would Jesus do, or what would um, the phrase "What would Jesus do"? Um, do you ever wonder what you would do if you could do what Jesus did when Jesus did what Jesus would when you were? I need to get the circle right. So the circle. Have you ever wondered what? I grew up Catholic. This got on like I grew up Catholic, and we were always told when we were little, if we were ever confused about anything, we should ask ourselves, what would Jesus do? And when I'm stoned, I ask myself, what would I do if I could do what Jesus did to make me want to ask, what would Jesus do? Okay, that's. Do you like to smoke weed? Does anybody else here like to get stoned? This would be a place like this would be a crowd work place. Probably just ask some questions because like the reason why I'm doing like this is what it's yeah. So it's fucking. I didn't even post it. Oh, fuck. Post it. It's out. Gone. All right. Fuck. I've talked all that time to not do anything. So have you ever sat around and wondered how it all began? Um, um, hmm. So this is a yeah. Do you know what the difference is between insane and genius? Um, knowing that an insane person knows what they're doing is crazy, and they know what they're doing is probably going to destroy them, and they do it anyway. Um, the only difference between someone being insane and someone being a genius is um, they're right in all the right ways, but wrong, but also right in. I see that can't. That's not it. Mm. Oh, I forgot to put something here. Oh no! Can I change this? Oh no! Oh well, we'll just put it down here. So this is a joke book. So I'm not a good writer. Um, the theme of this is a year ago. So the title of the of my yet to be performed comedy special is called. It is the Third Place Information Bureau presents a tinfoil hat time production live from Earth. Mental Masturbating, a Pat McAfee show, Speakeasy, featuring Simple Song as Tinfoil Hat Time or Tinfoil HT. And this is supposed to be the title, Woo Wee Out the Woohoo. a Be Where Your Feet Are jam. Um, yes, that is intentionally obnoxious title, and it pretty much sums up the entire thing, the entire universe. I think the reason why I'm having a hard time speaking through this is because the the important line there that nobody's going to get is it says featuring Simple Sean as tinfoil HT, right? Like this is a performance, and that's I'm having a hard time wrapping around this. This is a performance of a part of me, not the whole me, or better yet, bigger than me, right? Like this is this is when somebody says to me, why, like this is the reason why I'm doing this is a I don't know why I need to do this, but it needs to be done, and it's for a reason that's bigger than myself, right? Like that sounds like that sounds really fucking weird when you say it out loud, but I guess that's where the punchline is, right? Like I say that out loud, and I immediately, and I think everybody who hears me say this immediately is going to be like, "What the fuck? This guy thinks he's Jesus or something." And like, no, I don't think I'm Jesus at all, actually. Um, but somebody's got to be, right? I mean, math would dictate um, that if Jesus is coming back, somebody has to be Jesus, right? And nobody else is claiming to be them with any like this is supposed to be funny. I find it super funny. Like, how do I say it in a funny way? Like that is like, duh. That's comedy, right? Fuck. So basically, this is like I have in my head. This is smooth, and this is me practicing, and I think the reason why it's hard for me to do this is because I need to mansplain it, and I think if I mansplain it somewhere, um, then it'll be available for those who really want to know. Because um, the goal of this is for me to be able to stand up in front of an audience of be viewed by more than 10 million people, and as a white man stand on stage and say the N word, and that sounds like a really dumb thing to say on the the original simulation, which we'll get into. Um, but here's why I think that's why it's very specific. Um, what is one of the more divisive things that causes the most problem is the use of words, and the most divisive word is the N word. And I think I have a way to make it funny, um, or make it okay for enough people. And if there's a rule, not a rule, it's not a rule, um, but this goes into why. Um, 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 how do I say what the fuck? Yeah. So the reason, the joke behind all of this is, like, I have an unhealthy obsession with fixing society, so much so that I've actually done it. That's like literally, I've solved all the world's problems, and all we have to do is fix four easy things, uh, and we fix the whole damn thing. It's not fun. It's not like I gotta get. I need to talk to people. You're talking to people. Like that's why we're practicing this. Um, so when I say what I'm saying, it sounds like I think I'm Jesus Christ, but I'm actually no. I'm I'm the girl. I'm the girl in the cafe. Um, I'm the girl in the cafe. Uh, the girl in the cafe. Do I go to the consumer art or do I go? I'm the girl in the cafe. Do I ask if you get it, or do I walk you to? Have you ever thought about how a religion starts? Do you want it? Yeah, I have too. Let's find out. Like that's the beginning of this. That's what we got to get into. That's what this is all saying. Um, the big long title is like this is the beginning of the like how do you make the the joke about beginning fuck does anybody else smoke? Is anybody else fuck it? Is anybody else high right now? Because I am. Um, what do you do when you get high? Like what do most people do when they get high? Like what is it? Fall asleep, right? Like this is where I need the interaction. I need to feed off people. So let's pretend, I guess. There are two types of people when they get high, right? There's oh that's this is so people. I'm very analytic when I'm stoned, like super analytic. So analytic that I've broken everything down and everything is binary, right? Um, nope, that's not how we want to start this. I think you need to be punchy, right? You need to get to, do we just fucking forget about being stoned? I don't know. I want to connect at the beginning, right? Does anybody enjoy? Uh, does anybody? What those fuckwords was the phrase for married? Does anybody else enjoy Mary Jane? Um, I don't know. Do you list that? How does anybody else? I don't know. Come back. I think we. I think you got to come up with a way to like go through the different stages of talking about weed. Like, what is it? Is anybody? Oh fuck. Is anybody? Um, mm, Yeah. Does anybody consume cannabis? Is anyone mm, you know what? Fuck it. Is anybody else high right now? I say that because I think for you to find me amusing, it'll be much easier if you're stoned. Um, I think being stoned is a lot. I have a very weird philosophy on life. I don't know why I want to tell that story, but I want to just fucking yeah 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 yeah. I want to I don't know. I want to be. I need to be. I just go with it, right? Just you know what? That's probably what I just do. That's what this is. Just run the act, dude. Like this is supposed to be. This is the start of me actually trying to do something. Um, the lead-in part of the joke is to be like, "What would you do if you were Jesus?" And like that sounds absurd, but like the if you were I don't think Jesus or Muhammad or any of these religious people um, I think we're too far removed to be like we know what Jesus did, right? Like the Bible is old, we need to write a new one. Um, and in order to write a new one, you need to create a new religion. And the only way to know if you would like the question is I just need to get comfortable saying it out loud and then I can be witty about it. Like that's I have an unhealthy obsession with fixing society. And so much so that when I get stoned, I literally solve the world's problems. And so, if you've ever wondered what it's like to be at the start of a religion, welcome to the party. I am Simple Sean. It is a religious name. Um, we'll get into those reasons later on, probably. There's many reasons why I selected that name. The one that you probably most likely understand would be Google required me to have a last name. Um, Obviously, Simple Sean was not the name that was given to me. Um, that was a much longer and confusing name. It was my combination of my sibling's name. It was my name with some variation or derivative of my sibling's name, sometimes including, but not always including, and never including by themselves, the pets' names, followed by my name, some curse of either religious and or sexual intent, followed by I don't give a damn. Get over here. Was my given name. The timing of that's got to get better, right? The other reasons now, when you're starting a religion, it's very important to answer the four questions. what I call the retarded restrictions, the questions you must answer to. See, that's the other way you can start it. You just gotta keep going, bud. You just gotta keep going. You can't go back. You can't go back and explain, or you can. You gotta do it. Like, how do you do it? Mm. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Need to print this. Need to. Print this on the printer. The other way I have in my head is there any other are there any other stupids here? Yeah, that's how. Are there any other stupids here? Any other stupids here? Mm. Great. Room full of retards. So I am. Mm, so I am Simple. I do go by. My name is Simple Sean. Um, it's obviously not my given name. It's a religious name. I can't get the timing down. Like, this is very dry. Just let them. The goal is to like make them be upset and not care. Mm. How do I get there? Do I explain? So let's explain the title. So I do have an unhealthy obsession with fixing society, so much so that I actually have like very elaborate vision idea of it. Um, Now, to fix society, you have to first understand society, and when you sit down and you get stoned about it, you understand that there's really only four things that the government, or there's only four things that society really, four things society really breaks down to. Um, it's government and competition, and then it's art and information. And those are your two axes of rotations for the gyroscopic forces that keep um, society in check. Do I know this for sure? I do not, but you know what? Reality is just the observation of problems that you're not prepared to find and or enact a solution for. Um, so you're either experiencing you don't have to say that. Don't stop. Yes, this is kind of what you want to do, but you got to get to fucking something that punches. That's There you go. That's what the problem is. I don't need the problem is I'm trying to be punchy, and like the point of me is not to be punchy. I know it sounds super weird, but it's like my whole existence is to bring us back to center. Um, that's what Wooey is. If you follow Taoism, like Wooey um, is to do by doing nothing. Like, what do you do when you're not doing anything? Like, what do you do when you're super stoned in the backyard at a fire pit? Like, that's what Wooey is. Like, some people fucking run around like a chicken with their head cut off. Some people literally do nothing. Some people solve the world's problems. Um, there are two types of everything breaks down into that. binary aspect of things. You have people break down into their past and their purpose and their information and their interpretation, right? So you have, and I don't know what order these go in, but I don't know what's the opposite of what, right? The four poles of a person are you're either a retard, which since this is a scientific experiment, I need to get that at the beginning. Thank you for being here tonight and allowing and taking part in my scientific experiment. Um, this is simulation number 4. Simulation. Well, this is simulation. This is the original simulation. This is the original simulation. Yeah, we're going to do this until we perform it. This is the original simulation. This is the joke book of the original simulation. This is going to work on our file pattern. Once you start, that's the scary part. Like, the thing that's going through my head is if as soon as I start this performance, I'm not afraid of it failing. I'm afraid of it succeeding. And the important part of doing this is to try and communicate to whomever come if this does work or it does epically fail. To explain the why, like the what's in it, what is in it for me. Because if I am right, then I am going to be performing this, and I'm only going to get 10 million people. That's 3%. That's all I need. But there's still 97% that's going to be pissed. And that's kind of the meaning of life, right? Like the meaning of life is like the purpose of people is to destroy. We think it is destroy, but the purpose of life is to be indifferent. We think that we're supposed to. It appears like the premise is that we're here to destroy everything, and we're not. We're actually here to be in like this has got to be more punchy. I got to be able to say this out loud. The whole underlying theme of this is that we think that we're here to destroy. Like I don't. This is gonna sound like fucking hippie shit, but it's hard to say without sounding like a hippie. But like, we're not here to have empathy. We're here to be apathetic. That's the thing. Like, to be happy, you need to be apathetic. We need apathy. So like, fucking, how do I say that? I don't know. I need to get the backstory out for some reason. Like, because the beginning is gonna be shit, dude. It's gonna be like fucking therapy. Oh fuck, it's gonna suck. Um, I'm an insane person. I think that's pretty much And this is when we all realize that I'm insane, and we get to find out if I'm a genius or not. Um, like you said, the only difference between an insane person and a genius person is the genius person was right, right? Like that's a joke. I need to write this as a joke, but like the only difference between an insane person, what's the difference between an insane person and a genius? They both know what they're doing is crazy. Um, they both know that there's a high likelihood of things exploding. Like, this is where you need to set up the joke. They both know that things could go terribly wrong quickly, or things could go terribly wrong, but and both of them think that they're the exception. The only difference between being insane and being a genius is that genius is right. And like I feel like I need to explain that because I'm not saying it right, but I don't know. Do I just let it breathe? Do I just let it go? Like I know that this isn't saying um, to think that um, I can get 10 million people to be okay with me doing something that you fucking people get canceled for um, is insane. It's insane to have somebody give me $10 million so I can give away $7 million to pay 1,000 people to give me 25, pay 1,000 people a month $100 to pay me $25. Um, that's what I want $10 million for. $7 million for that, and then $3 million to get started. What the fuck do you do with $3 million? Well, basically, you try to build a you try to build the Coliseum with an Amazon attached. That's that's what I'm trying to do. Um, Now you know one of the reasons why I go by Simple Sean. Um, Simple Sean, I say, is a religious name because um, to fix society, you need to address. We need to. Our society that we currently have has government and competition down. Nope, fuck, too early. I don't know. Do I go retards, stupids? I need to tie in um, gyroscopic forces, right? Like there's something to like the way the Earth spins, where you have a North Pole and a South Pole, right? And I know that it's not exact. I have some wild theories on why that is, and I think it should be. But like, there's two axes, the north and the south, and it spins. But when you look at it from a plane, there's an east and a west, right? And it's like the furthest you have the furthest right side you can see from where you're at and the direction that it's going. Excuse me, and the furthest left side and the direction that it's going. Now, if you're using the example of the world, it's always spinning one direction. So, like, east is just the things that are happening at east are happening at west, or east and west. I don't fucking know which way it is for you. Um, it's all rotating this way. But there's some instances in the world where they're going the same direction, and all that shit gets blown in your face. That's not fucking relevant, but like that's the that's how things work though. Like you have the east and west, and you have the north and south, and they're all spinning, and you're trying to get them to spin in a balanced direction. So everything breaks down into two pieces, four. That's the logic behind this. And I'm trying to break it down in an absurd way. I'm basically like, this is legit an experiment, and I'm trying to like unveil the experiment. And the experiment is, um, I can prove God exists. Um, and how do you prove it? You start a religion and form a government, or take over a government. I know. How do you? Yeah, that's the joke. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, fuck. I don't know how to begin it, but like, this is a thank you for allowing me to be here tonight to do my experiment. This is simulation 0 of our joke book. Um, the experiment that we are running here today is, I'm trying to use science to prove God. You gotta like that. Is that the right word? I'm trying to use science to. I'd like to thank you all for being here tonight, especially since we are performing. We are still, yeah, we are still performing my experiment. I think I'm still performing my experiment. Yeah, because nobody would know. Like, you don't know that I've been doing this for ever, 5 years, so much so that I have an answer for everything. Um, I don't know why it's so important that you understand this, but it is. I don't know why it is. Um, I do know why it is. The reason why I have Simple Sean as Tinfoil Hat is because this is a performance. I think I need to just explain this and make it funny. Um, I think, why don't you? The orders in the thing. Hmm. All right, I guess we're gonna do this. All right, so next is gonna be my fucking notebook. Oh, this is not smart. This is not smart. All right, fuck it. All right, so the directions are in the marquee. Um, this is the start of my experiment. That we can unite. I don't even know. This experiment to basically prove God. Sounds weird, sounds dumb, but basically, I am not a religious person. I think it's a mockery of everything, but basically, we are. I'm trying to run to produce a comedy show, and uh, I think a comedy show to raise $10 million. And I think I enjoy Pat McAfee to the point at which I, yep, this is harder to do. Um, it's funny in my head, dude. Um, to the point at which I have a sixth degree of separation friendship where I think it's okay to voice an opinion, but don't ever think that that there would be a response, and that's okay. Like I'm not that's and I'm mansplaining this, but basically what I think would be fun. Uh, I would think it would be fun to actually see, since I've watched McAfee stand up and he's actually decent, actually very good, which is probably why he's good at what he's doing. But um, I think it would be cool to see him do stand up again, and this is me writing uh, the beginning of his stand up show. Um, that's what a universe ball is, right? Make up something huge and fucking hope that you can shoot it in the basket. Um, so basically, to hold myself accountable to doing this, I am trying to. I can't write. Writing wasn't working, so we are doing this, um, and this is my first plea. There will be more um, for the Pat McAfee comedy special. That would fucking be super cool. I hope that it's in the works with Bargetts, or Baguettes, or whatever his fucking Nate's name is, um, or um, I don't know. It would be cool, and and saying there's a chance that there's never going to be a chance for me to like be on the show unless I write a show, and that's what this is. Um, the directions are in the marquee. Um, this is the obnoxious marquee, and it's all on purpose. Um, the third place information bureau presents. My goal is to fix society, and I think you fix society by um, creating a parallel society. The joke that I need to work into this is um, I am a sink looking for other sinks to build a sink so we don't sink. That's kind of the mantra of the third place. And to fix society, you kind of need to understand society. Um, Society breaks down into four things: um, government, competition, information, and art. And I think the problem with today's society is that we think government is government, um, but government is actually religion, and competition is government. If you think about it, right? Um, like this, I need like these are the things behind the jokes that I need to make into jokes. And if you have any ideas, I'm all ears. If you want to use my shit, go ahead, use it. You're gonna see a theme and everything, but like if you use it to make money, I'd be cool if you give me like 3%. I'd like 20, but 3% is really all that you control. If you think about it, right? Like 3% is of the 100% of your day, you only control 3% of it because that's how small you are in your own universe. But 3% is enough because, yeah, 3% is enough, right? Like that's, I need to work that in. Like that's really all it is. Like you have 3%, and that's why if you use my stuff, 3%, that's kind of the goal. So where was I? Fuck. Um, yeah, so the goal is to get the comedy show. I want to lead into it. 3%. 3% is God number. Man, 3%. 3% is you. That's we need to get. That's what we need to get from. Do I? That's maybe I go into. Um, Whatever happens after this point is your fault. You've been warned. No? Fuck. It's if you're like, hey, I'm Simple Sean. Um, no, I don't say that because I'm as. Uh, I don't know. I gotta introduce myself and then thank you for being here and allowing me to do this experiment. Um, this is the third simulation. Nobody's died yet. That's not bad. How do I introduce myself? Hey, thank you for being here. For my, for, so I can continue my experiment. Do I continue? Thank you for being here, so I can continue my experiment. This is the third simulation, and nobody's died yet. About a year ago, I started an experiment. Fuck, this is real. About a year ago, I started an experiment trying to prove um, the transition of a wave into a particle, and doing that by showing how a thought turns into reality. Um, and now we're to the part. Nope, that didn't flow at all. Nope, too much. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody being here tonight, so I can continue my experiment. This is the third. Actually, this will be. This is the. This will be. This is the first simulation of the new special. Yeah. No. Thank you for being here tonight. This is so I can continue my experiment. This is the first. This is the first simulation of the new simulation. So, yeah, this is the first simulation of the new simulation. That number will change based on which one we're doing. It's fine. You don't need this. This is the first simulation of the new simulation. There were 5 years of the original simulation, but here we are in the simulation. All right, it's like that joke is like, I gotta punch up that joke, but basically like we are in a simulation. Like you are like, we are in a simulation and you're in control of it. And like that's what I'm trying to demonstrate here. That's what this is like. I just posted on the internet asking a dude that I've never met. Um, I've I admire, like he's the complete opposite of me. Like I am, um, like we're both stupids. Like what is a stupid? A stupid is like, it's like a hold my beer person. Um, um, they say shit and people respond with, "That's not how things work." Um, and they say, "Well, hold my beer," right? He obviously has done that through um, his entire life, from what it sounds like. I'm not going to pretend like I know it, but like I'm the complete opposite of that. Like he's kinetic, I'm potential. I'm I'm the one who this sounds conceited, but like I don't know if I would have been able to go pro. But I was a fucking good athlete, and if I had somebody who wanted to nurture that, I could have been more athletic in my life. Now, I'm not saying that I should have. Like, I'm actually really fucking excited about the way my life turned out. But like, I've always been that person where somebody says, um, you could, you have so much potential, right? Like, that's me. You have so much potential. Um, God, I'm so stoned. What the fuck I was talking about? Oh, you're in control of your own. We're in control of our own simulation. Like I'm controlling my simulation. Um, there's no NPCs in mind because there's anybody who's aware that I'm doing this, right? That's where the no action without reaction thing comes in. Um, but as soon as somebody knows that I'm doing it, then it becomes a reality, um, or it becomes a part of your experience, right? So you're either, if you scroll through and you see something and you read it and you ignore it, you're aware of it, but you're um, fuck, not apathetic to it. You're aware of it, but apathetic. Like you're aware of it, but you don't fucking care, and that's how it's supposed to be. Or you're aware of it, and it's just a part of your experience. Now, there isn't anybody in this world that I'm like a part of their experience. And again, uh, something I can play. It's on purpose. Like I enjoy it. The opposite. Like I don't want to be in front of a bunch of people. Like the most terrifying part of this ordeal is that it's successful, um, because I don't want to be known, but I also want to see if this works. So we're going to do that. We're going to fucking write a comedy special so Pat McAfee can put me on, um, as his pregame. Like that's what you do in a speakeasy, right? Like that's a, or maybe that's post game. Yeah, maybe I'm so, yeah, fucking, I'll go on after, whatever. That sounds, that's, you know what? That's exactly what it is. Think about that, right? Oh, that's fucking, to speak easy because I come after Pat. I'm the headliner. That'd be wild, right? Fuck it. That's your universe ball. All right. Fucking, let's fucking figure out what we're doing here. Where are we at? Where are we at here? An hour. All right. So here's the one we're actually going to send. Um, so this is the joke book of Nope, this is a universe. This is my universe ball. So every day I'm going to throw a universe ball. It's probably going to be the same thing, because when I started my own business, they told me that the first thing my quote unquote mentor told me was, "What is your perfect day?" It took me a really long time to write that, but when I did come up with a perfect day. It's very elaborate. I wake up in the morning. I go to the gym with my friends. I eat breakfast at a spot where somebody just opened up a food truck. I go play pickleball. I go have to I have to go and tell somebody bad news. I go to lunch. I have eggs with my friends. I do a podcast. I meet up with my friends again. We go have dinner, and then I stand up in front of a large crowd of people and address them in what I think is a comedy special, of a festival that we've created of a festival for both art and competition, because those are the two most important. I think those are the north and south pillars of society: our competition and art, and information and government are kind of the winds that blow to keep everything on its axis. So after I opened my gym during COVID, which was a horrible idea. Obviously, that ended not very well. I decided that I wasn't going to do anything I didn't want to anymore. And people were saying, you have to go get a job, you have to do this. And I was like, nah, I can figure it out. So 7 years later, I am still technically unemployed and homeless. Not really homeless, as long as I don't do stupid shit. She lets me stay. But I live a life that I'm very content with. It's enough. I'm happy. I do the things that I want to do. I'm not stressed out about the things that I don't want to do. And then somebody, when I was doing this, when I was more active than I am now, people would ask how I could do it, and I say a rich girlfriend. And it wasn't entirely incorrect. And people would always say, like, I wish that I had a rich girlfriend. And so from then on, it was I figured the way to solve the society's problem is to make it so those who want to have a rich girlfriend can have a rich girlfriend. So through an abundant amount of smoking weed and thinking and simulations in my brain, I have come up with a solution to the problem, to which here we are now. Me executing the solution to the problem. So the solution to the problem that I find the most amusing, the one that we've been doing to fix society, is you create a religion and take over a government. Now, I have created a religion and I've created a government, but if you say that out loud to people, then people think that you're crazy. Now, the only difference between insanity, or people think that you're crazy, or times tell people that you're a genius. There you go. That's the joke. The only difference what's the difference between genius and insanity? Both are insane. Both. What's the difference between genius and insanity? What's the difference between genius and insanity? Both know that what they're doing is crazy, understand that it has a high likelihood of not having an ideal outcome your version of an ideal outcome, but still doing it. Um, the geniuses were just right that they were the exception. And time is the only thing that says that you're right, and time and God are the only things that say you're right. And I'm basically trying to write a comedy special to prove, to show you uh, our God, right? Like all of the like, yeah. And I have it in here. I just have to do it. But I don't know why I tagged all of that, but we're gonna do it. Um, so my idea is it says it in the says it in the marquee that I will be posting every day that I do this. The Third Place Information Bureau presents Tinfoil Hat Time production live from Earth, mental masturbating, the Pat McAfee Show Speakeasy featuring Simple Sean as Tinfoil HT. Woo wee out the woohoo. A be where your feet are jam. This is the end of my perfect day, and I freeze up when I need. This is the end of my perfect day, and I think it would be funny to be big enough to have it be the title act in a show that Pat McAfee would do, but put Pat McAfee on before me and maybe a headliner. That's kind of what the Pat McAfee Show Speakeasy is. Um, Everything that I do has a lot of meaning, and I think it is hilarious, but I also understand and can appreciate that it could be offensive to other people. Um, and I don't ever, I don't want to hurt somebody, but I also don't care. Um, that doesn't sound right. It's not that I don't care. It's like I'm not going. This is what I need to do, and I don't think anything that I say is going to violate the two. I'm not going to end your experience by saying something, and I'm not over exploiting anything by doing this. Wow, that's fucking lame as shit, dude. Um, um, yeah, or or you didn't even fucking say a sentence. Um, the reason why I don't know, I've said this like 9 times. Two reasons. I think Pat and I have a very similar philosophy on everything. I don't think we're gonna be friends. I don't think we're friends. I think he's way too intense for me in like big doses. Like I might be like, "Hey, what's up, bud?" I may want to smoke a joint, see how it goes, but like I don't know him, so it's like really hard to. The Pat McAfee on during sometimes of his show is a lot, and I think as somebody who's also a lot and not around people, I'm not around people because I know them a lot, and I want to be a lot. Um, um, yeah, you just fucking ramble, dude. We're not. I don't know, fucking throw it, dude. Um, I'm really gonna send this. What a dipshit. Um, Welcome to the creative process for somebody who doesn't like to be creative in large groups, but knows that they have to. Um, mm. So yeah, the reason why I'm going to harass you, Pat, is basically because that's what I want to do. I think it would be awesome if you did another stand-up show. I think it would go very well. You did very well from the YouTube clips that I saw, and I would like to be a part of it. And when I am a part of it, I would like to be so big that I headline the act because I'm a conceited son of a bitch. But mostly because I need 10 million people to. I need to impact 10 million people. and in a way that normally wouldn't be okay, but they're okay with it. And there's very specific reasons. 10 million people is around 3% of the US population. And I think if we can unite and get 10 million people to just understand that it's okay not to give a shit about everything. Give a shit what you give a shit about, but you know, if it's not your monkey, like, and it's not your circus, stay the fuck out of the circus. Um, and that's what I think all of this is that is hilarious, and I'm trying to write it in a way that's hilarious. So that's what this is. And I think throwing the universe ball is a cool gimmick, and I'm gonna fucking steal it. So um, now, if you have an issue with this, obviously I don't have anything, so you can't really take anything from me, which is the beauty part of the Wu Wei thing. Wu Wei is something that I learned in reading Tao Te Chi, and in the Tao Te Chi they have some cool things that they say in the Tao Te Chi. Like one of them is like Wu Wei, obviously got translated into do by doing nothing, which is why it's here. I'm doing nothing out the woohoo. So basically, I'm just making up a bunch. It's going to seem like I'm making up a bunch of shit. But actually, there's a lot of thought behind everything. So much so that I have diarrhea in the mouth, and that's why I need to get all this shit out so I can fucking just go boom, 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 boom. Because it's there for anybody to observe. Totally lost my train of thought again. Fuck. Um, oh, the other, so like, don't sue me. Um, don't sue me. That was a fucking buffer and a half, dude. Yeah, don't sue me. I don't have anything. Like, take a number. Um, but if I do annoy you, I will go away for $10 million. That's absurd, right? Like, that's a ransom note I think I just issued there. I will extort you for $10 million, having no leverage or anything. That's a brilliant move. Actually, this is just joking. Like, I'm not serious about any. Like, there's no. This will never go any further than me talking into a fucking camera. Um, Actually, no, it'll actually go. I'm going to a comedy club on Thursday next week, and I'm going to do this in front of fucking an open mic night. But like, I'm not a stalker. I'm crazy. I know that I'm insane. But again, the only difference between insane and genius is that time. Um, Faith and time, right? Person's faith in that you're going to do what you want to do, and time showing you that you were right, and hopefully you're around to see it. But most people, um, their experience lags behind the leader. That's conceited as fuck. But yeah, or I'm just fucking crazy person. I'm gonna be standing on the corner uh, with a sign talking about how I talk to God. So either way, it's gonna be super fucking weird. But yeah, for $10 million, I'll go away. Another reason $10 million is kind of a weird, odd number, but it breaks down like this. With $10 million, I can pay 1,000 people $100 a month to uh, subscribe to my channel, which is, I think, a brilliant investment. And then it gives me $3 million to fuck around and see how many people I can piss off, which is basically the goal. Is to fix the world's problem by pissing off the people who broke the world's problems. So yeah, that's the goal of this. I don't know. 32 minutes over. I think it took me about 30 minutes to fucking do this. So yeah, this is my joke book. This is going to be my diary. There's going to be some, when I get comfortable, there's going to be some dark things. But we're documenting history as the song goes, AJ always told me they were living the good old days. Well, if what are the good old days of all of the most divisive things in the world, which I think religion is very divisive. The good old days, Christian would be like Jesus time, and nobody really knows anything about Jesus time anymore. So I think this will give us a better idea in 2,000 years of what I really meant, if what I meant anything type of situation. Um, says 5 people reviewing. Cool. There is no action without reaction, so um, react promptly. Um, hopefully, react with purpose, and if you can, um, react politely. And always remember, as it says on the screen, if you're having a bad time, it's because you made some bad choices. So make better choices. Till tomorrow, we're going to try this again. It'll probably be just as terrible, but whatever. Appreciate you. I guess I need to stop this shit, huh? Fucking noob.